everyone, it's Lights Camera Dolls Iowa here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make these super cute little pieces of popcorn, but they're popcorn boxes. This one is definitely a lot better than that one. So let's get started. So the materials that you are going to need is a yellow marker. You are going to need these foam beads. I think that's what they're called. And I got mine from a bean bag. You don't need much. Hot glue, a rectangle of hard, well, pretty strong paper. Strong paper. You also need a pencil, red markers, and scissors. And now let's get on with it. So, first you start out with cutting out a rectangle. It should be about as high as you want your popcorn box to be. I want this one to be a bit higher than my other one. And sorry, my dog is barking in the background. So first, you need to make the sides. You know, the sides. And then, so you start by folding it, and then fold it on itself, and then fold it on itself. And my dog is just freaking out right now because there's another dog that is our neighbor's and he's in our yard. So that's why he's barking a lot. So you should fold it over itself about 3 times, and it should make about 4 corners. And then make a rectangle like so. That's good enough. And then you glue it together. I'm just going to be using hot glue because it's fast. Okay, I think my dog calmed down now. So once your glue has dried, oh, it's crooked. That's not nice. Okay. So once your glue has dried, you should have a kind of thing that's the shape of this, and about the shape of a popcorn box. Now you need to make the bottom of the box. So take, oh, there goes my dog again, barking. So take your piece of paper and trace the box onto the piece of paper, so then you can make the bottom. And I like to trace it a bit bigger than it needs to be. I'll just connect that. Okay. And then cut it out. So now you have a rectangle that should be the size of your box. I think mine's backwards. No, that's correct. Okay. Now you glue the box onto the piece of paper. Once it dries, then you can just trim it, and then it will be done. Well, your box. And there goes my dog again. He is really mad. I'm just going to wait for this to dry. I don't know when my dog is going to stop barking. Okay, now he's done. So just trim the bottom if it was too big. Mine wasn't super big. Okay, so my box turned out to be a little strangely shaped. And now you want to fill it up with hot glue. Well, about the bottom, because the first time that I did this part, it didn't really work because I didn't fill up the bottom with hot glue. I just put in some of the styrofoam beads, and then it was top heavy, which is not fun. Okay. So once you have it about a third full of hot glue, then you can start adding in your styrofoam beads, and make sure when you're about halfway that your hot glue is not leaking out the bottom. Just one time that happened when I was making this craft, and that was not that fun. So yes, you do need quite a lot of hot glue for this craft. And I think it's about there. And warning, this is very, very hot. Then put in some of your styrofoam beads and just push it in. Maybe you want to use your pencil. Just put in about 3 or 4. You don't need to push it all the way down to the bottom, just enough to fill it up. And just put enough to fill it up about the rest of the way. And this is super hot. So once it's about almost to the top and filled with the beads, you can add some hot glue to just keep the beads in place. Okay, so just glue the beads on. Okay, there's so many strings, I don't know if you can see that. So now you can start adding in more beads until you think that there's enough beads for the top. And kind of make it a little overflowing, and if you want, you can cut some beads in half, because some beads are like super big, so you might want some smaller ones. And I think that's about enough popcorn for this box. Okay, you might want to smush the beads down because they do look really, really high, but really it's actually not that high when you smush it down. So I'm going to do that once this dries. And you can just put, if you have the American Girl popcorn machine, then you can just put the beads in and use them as popcorn. So then you have more popcorn in your little set. And so now you can take your marker, your yellow one, and color the butter on to make it more authentic and make it the kernels look more buttery and look like it has a lot more butter on it. A lot of butter. So I think that's enough butter for this box of popcorn. And I didn't smush my popcorn down, so I'm going to do it to make it a little less high. See, now it really isn't that tall. So you can tell that the popcorn box doesn't look that nice, and so you might want to add in the stripes. So add in the stripes and just color on the stripes, and then you are done. And this is what your popcorn box should look like. If you enjoyed this craft, please like and subscribe, and comment down below what you would like me to craft next. I really hope you enjoyed this video a lot, and make sure you watch my other videos too.